Welcome to my channel once again. Today we'll be taking the King Air 350 on a challenge bush trip through the stunning scenery of Alaska, and this will be a 3-leg flight starting in Gustavus, continuing to Hoonah, and finishing at Juneau. For this flight we will be using the steam gauge edition rather than the ordinary Asobo Beechcraft, and we will go full visual rules here, full VFR. We will not come out of the cockpit, we'll stay in the cockpit only. This will be a cockpit only flight, and we'll try to survive, make it in one piece to all the legs, and let's get into it. So we will start in the cold and dark, which is everything is off, so we just turn it on and see how much fuel we have. So this the batteries, turn on our batteries, and now see the test, all the lights are working, and then we can push the oxygen, elec, and rudder boost. Then we can set our cabin altitude to about like 12,000, but our cruising altitude will be around 8,000. So we'll set that up later when the engines are functional. So we will get that running. So bleeders, we'll turn them on after we started the engine, so we can start with the beacon and we can just get right into it. And then so we turn these on, and then ignition start, full prop lever forward, sorry, area is clear, and then we send it to low idle, and just like that, DC switch has been extinguished. So the turbine RPM is past 50%, so we can send the starter switch to off, and then we can move it to a high idle because we're going to start the second engine. And then we start the second engine. You can see that there's some cloud buildup, and it looks like, I'm not sure if it's settling or rising, I'm not sure, but we'll find out. Alright, engine RPM is past 50%, we'll send that off, and we can put that back to idle, the condition levers, reset, and we can turn our avionics on. Then we can turn the cabin master on, vent blower to auto. We can turn on our bleed airs, after blower to on. Then we can set this to auto. Then we can turn the windshield ice to normal, pitot heat on, prop valve armed, this can go off, these can go on, this can go to standby, and these can go to on, and then we reset the generators, and everything is extinguished. Alright, so we do have enough gas. We should hopefully make it to Hoonah safely, and then the outside temperature is 15 degrees, which is good for performance. So we'll set the navigation. Have yaw damper engaged. we'll have a vertical speed indicator set up once we are in airborne, and our takeoff speed today will be 125. So our VR will be 125. So let's get going. We have our trim set to take off, and it will be a flaps 1 takeoff, because we're not gonna go all the way to the end of the runway. But if you're enjoying it so far, like, share, subscribe, comment down below. And yeah, there's more bush trips to come in the future with more sophisticated aircraft, or not. They are not or not, like maybe just a simple aircraft like a Piper Cherokee or a Cessna 172, whichever. But there'll be more bush trips to come and more landing challenges, so stay tuned. Okay, alright. So now we have the runway in sight, runway is clear, and we will set the condition lever to high idle, prop to idle, and then I'll set our landing lights, strip lights, and recognition lights, as well as the nav lights. Sorry, that's the ice. I'll set the nav lights and get going. Full prop set, condition lever high idle, throttle set to full power, engine gauge is green. Sorry for the center line. 125, rotate. Up at 125 knots. And gonna hand fly for a little bit. Clouds. area to give us torque and increase our airspeed. Descent, we send it to full forward so we do not create a lot of drag that will cause us to potentially stall the aircraft. But yeah, at the moment we have 5.4 nautical miles remaining, and our speed, you can check the speed, how fast we're going. Not just with this, but we can check with this too. So we're currently at 270.9 knots. We're not doing a full RFR flight, so we don't need the course settings. So we'll start our descent right here. So full prop, so then we'll reduce the power, just disengage the autopilot and start our descent. So right now our landing lights are on. Like the clouds have lifted, so our approach won't be too difficult because we have good visibility and the winds don't seem to be a threat, so yeah, we should be fine. On landing right now. As mentioned earlier, we'll just do a low and over just to inspect the wind slope to see where the wind is coming from and which runway will be suitable for our approach. So that's Juneau right there. Is probably coming, another crosswind, so we will just use the other runway, so we'll slow down. So we'll slow down to flap operating range, flaps 1. have enough gas, undercarriage landing gear down, 3 greens checked, mixture, which is the condition levers, high idle, props full forward, seat belts and switches, landing lights are on, seat belts are on, flaps are set to approach, and gums complete. Sidetrack right there, but yeah, we made it. So we will taxi to the ramp and configure our flight plan to Juneau. That will be our last leg. Engines on, landed from opposite direction. You would definitely turn this direction and take off in the opposite direction. QA. So we can push the button used. And turn off flight lights. Turn off flight lights. Strobe lights off. And then we see the ramp and just look there. Configure our flight plan to Juneau. I'd say this terrain is a bit bumpy, so just bear with me. Alright, awesome. So now we would configure our navigation to
Juneau, which is Papa Alpha Juliet November. Then you can take this off. So you can make this the origin. You can make Hoonah the origin, which is Papa Alpha National Hotel. Then you can remove this one. And remove Gustavus. And then you're all set. So up to Juneau, which is about 39 miles and a half. Altitude is still.
hopefully Juneau has good weather as well. But there are mountains there, so we'll approach carefully. Alright, so before we cross the runway, landing lights on, strobe lights on, taxi lights off, and condition lever high idle, and then we go. So with this one, we are doing an obstacle clearance. More than we did when we took off from Gustavus. It's the rig, gear up. Then once we are at 125 knots, retract the flaps. Flaps up. much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below on which aircraft you think would be very interesting to do a bush trip on. It could be anything, any turboprop. About 11 nautical miles remaining, so that is Juneau right there. So we will descend as we get closer. This runway, so we're gonna just cross over it and just come in for a landing. So by flap operating range flaps 1. Gear down. Alright, so gums checklist, gas, we have enough gas, undercarriage gears down, mix chuck, which is condition levers high idle, props full forward, seat belts and switches, landing lights are on, gums complete. We will not be able to make it to the 1,000-foot marker because we're coming in fast, so I would say this will be probably a long landing. Perfect, and welcome to Juneau, everyone. Made it. If you've made it this far, thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe, and this was a pretty easy approach in my books. Way more easier than the bush trip that I did with the 414. And yeah, hopefully this wasn't challenging as much as I thought it would be, but overall I enjoyed it. I like the mountainous region. It looked cold. Next time we will do it in full IMC to see if we can survive that. And yeah, stay tuned for that. So landing lights are off. Taxi lights are on. Strobe lights off. Can turn it here. Low idle. Stop right here, and then we can go through our shutdown checklist. So we can turn off the avionics. Bleed airs can go off. This can go off too. This can go off. This can push up. This can go off. This can go off. Pitot heat can go off. And then this can go off. This can go off. These can go off. These can go off. Windshield can go off. Windshield. This can go off. Prop can go off as well. This can go off. This can go off. And then cut off. Then feather the props. The battery can go off as well. Made it to Juneau in one piece. The approach wasn't that much of an issue. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more challenging approaches into bush trips. Thank you very much and have a nice day.